The Bureau Boys is an improvised detective serial. Every Monday morning, the Bureau Boys solve crimes based on clues sent in by their informants.
That's you! Go to thebureauboys.com to submit your clues, informant. Thank you to Informant Mark for this week's clue. Ice.
When we last left the Bureau Boys, they had been staring into a time capsule with a tiny little humanoid with 4 arms.
The narrator of time is what he preferred to be called.
Thank you, narrator. You and your specificities strike again. And that narrator of time, by the way, said that we did not have as interesting of a story as the narrator of time.
I take umbrage.
I take umbrage as well. What a bunch of bullshit.
If I had corporeal arms and legs, I'd give this humanoid a piece of my fists and feet.
Also, narrator, who not only would want to listen to that voice for narrating an entire radio play, let's say, but also how does that narrator sustain that ridiculous gravelly voice?
At some point, something's got to give.
Anyhow, back to the boys. They disappeared in a flash of blue light. As you know, narrator, you and I have been looking around for them. We found them on the stage of the Stone Temple Pilots Cotillion. It was a real quantum leap situation, narrator, where they leaped into their own bodies, but their bodies dressed like Scott Weiland and Eric Kretz of the Stone Temple Pilots.
And even though the other 2 band members of Stone Temple Pilots were absent from the stage, no one in the audience noticed.
They did not, for they were too busy chanting Interstate Love Song over and over again.
Detective Potter, sitting behind his giant drum set, is sweating profusely.
And Detective Riley, standing behind a microphone and a lead guitar, also is sweating profusely for the Bureau Boys. 90s guitar and drum classes stopped with Kurt Cobain's death. Are you ready to rock Hill Valley? Detective Riley, I think we have to go with this.
We're gonna give you
something off our new album. The crowd boos vociferously.
Okay, Detective Potter, this isn't gonna be what they want, it's gonna be what they need.
Detective Riley, unfortunately, does not turn his head away from his microphone as he's saying this to Detective Potter, so it echoes through the halls of the school.
This isn't gonna be what they want.
What the hell?
Hey, no!
Hey, these guys don't seem like Stone Temple Pilots.
Give us what we want or we riot!
I don't even think that there were 2 members. Weren't there 4?
Detective Potter, we're losing them.
Quick, Detective Potter tucks his thumb behind his other fingers and takes his other thumb and acts like he's detaching his thumb and reattaching it over and over again.
Witch!
Detective Riley, you're right. This is not working. We gotta get the hell off this stage.
The crowd starts lighting torches and taking out pitchforks for the students of Hill Valley, especially after that witch on the hill was murdered, have become extra superstitious of any form of magic.
Narrator, as you know, we're not supposed to say murdered as long as there is an ongoing police investigation.
You're right. We wouldn't want the narrating fuzz to catch up to us.
Detective Potter and Detective Riley look at one another in horror. Detective Potter concocts a scheme. Hill Valley, you guys have been great. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. There will be no encore.
Get 'em!
The crowd rushes toward the stage, which is really just a tiny platform because people weren't really expecting to have a full stage for the Stone Temple Pilots. The Bureau Boys duck backstage.
Detective Riley locks the door behind him.
Looks like you're in a bit of a pickle, Bureau Boys.
Oh no, that voice is back.
Narrator of Time, we need your help. Can you turn back time or get us out of this little hole in the gym?
The narrator of time ducks out of Detective Riley's flannel shirt pocket, which was all the rage at the time of Stone Temple Pilots. Detective Riley, you've had the narrator of time in your pocket this whole time?
Well, I mean, I didn't know he was in there, but yes, I did.
Good thing you didn't try and do the worm during our concert.
If I had the chance.
Okay, boys. Here's what you're gonna do.
Tell us, Narrator of Time. You're our only hope.
Okay, boys. What has this case been all about this whole time?
It's been about Gladiola Simpson and her missing marbled rye bread.
That's right. That's exactly right. And what would make Gladiola whole again? Now, Detective Riley, don't say anything gross.
Oh, I could think of a few things.
You know what? I second that. I second what the narrator of time said, Detective Riley. I don't want to make this gross.
Damn it, Narrator of Time. Just give it to me straight.
As Detective Riley ponders this new riddle from the narrator of time, I have to ask, narrator, what the fuck is with this guy? He can't interfere.
I know. It's like he's bending all the rules of narration. He's an outlaw.
We took a narocratic oath to never interfere with humankind, and this narrator of time is breaking all the rules.
If there's one thing that I hate in a narrator, it's when he goes against the sacred bylaws of narration. And we're going to need to hold this joker accountable.
If there's a second thing you hate, narrator, it's when I'm not specific enough when I say things in my narration. Anyhow, back to the boys. Detective Riley looks like he's come up with something.
Well, what would make Gladiola Simpson happy? What is she missing?
Pizza made of marbled rye.
Close enough.
The narrator of time gestures to the room that the Bureau Boys have locked themselves in. It turns out it's the kitchen cafeteria with a giant bread oven. Detective Riley, we barely even need to solve this case. If we can just, I don't want to shirk our duties, but if we can just make enough marbled rye, however many grosses of marbled rye every single week that Gladiola orders, maybe all of this craziness we don't even have to resolve. Unless you want to. I mean, if you want to, I'm totally here for it, Detective Riley. Because there's a lot of mystery left. We don't know who Gordon Freeman is. We don't know where he is.
Outside, the crowd gets angrier. They're banging against the door, shouting very, very bad slurs, even for students at a high school.
And even for people as white as the Stone Temple Pilots.
I didn't even know some of those slurs for white people existed.
I did.
Shut up, yo.
Okay, listen, Detective Potter, I love the idea of making bread. One, because I'll never be hungry again. But two, because Gladiola would give us a very, very warm welcome.
Okay, Detective Riley.
And
I know what
might
you're
even
about to say.
invite us.
Okay, Detective Riley. No, we're not doing an MMF. You know what? I think I know what you're going to say, Detective Riley. It's that old adage about teaching a man to fish. Just giving Gladiola bread isn't going to prevent... What if this guy moves on to some other person getting bread stolen? We're not bread makers.
You're saying we need to put her back in the kitchen.
No, Detective Riley. No, your antiquated ideas are of... Have you talked to Juanita at all? I know that you haven't bought her a washing machine because she was scrubbing your clothes down by a river. You need to break out of this, Detective Riley. Of all people, you seem the type that would be able to understand that there aren't gender roles, that you should be changing diapers, she should be fixing the car.
There's just a big language barrier between us.
I keep telling you, I have a huge streak going on Duolingo. If you just try and get on Duolingo, it's really helpful, at least for the basics.
Si, yo comprende.
No. You know what? We don't have time for that. Detective Riley, as much as I'd love to stay in this school kitchen baking bread with you for the rest of my life, frankly, I think what I said to you is sort of right. We have to find Gordon Freeman.
He's out there in that crowd somewhere. Or maybe he's escaping because it's a great diversion.
Detective Riley, you're 100% right. He's got to be out in that crowd. There's no bigger fan in this town, based on the posters on his wall of the Stone Temple Pilots, than Gordon Freeman. But Detective Riley, let me propose this to you. If Gordon Freeman is such a big fan of the Stone Temple Pilots, surely he knew that we were just disguised as the Stone Temple Pilots, and surely he knows that there's 4 of them.
So if he saw the 2 of us, he's probably well on his way across town at this point.
Detective Riley, are you thinking what I'm thinking? I'll just keep going. Do you remember how the narrator of time mentioned that we have narrators?
Yeah. It sounded like complete gibberish to me at the time.
Detective Potter looks up directly into my eyes. Narrator? Can you hear me? I can hear him. Narrator, what should we do? How do we respond? Should we break our sacred narocratic oath?
This is quite a predicament. Detective Riley, also following Detective Potter's eyes straight up, is staring right at me, right through me. All right, narrator, we have a choice. We can either stay bound by these antiquated laws of our ancestors, or forge a new path ahead for our race of narrators.
I don't know how to narrate myself, narrator, but I take a whiskey rocks glass. I plink a couple of cubes of ice into it. I take a second glass. I plink another 2 cubes of ice into it. I fill them both with a brown liquor. I hand one to my friend and co-narrator. We clink our glasses together, slug down the whiskey, and respond to the Bureau Boys.
Detective Riley, this is your narrator speaking. Can you hear me? Yes, I do hear you.
And Detective Potter, this is your narrator. And I hate to quibble with my co-narrator, but we aren't specifically locked to you. We do have a little bit of an affinity for each one of you, but just to set the record straight, we're allowed to narrate anything. Okay, fine.
It's just that we've chosen to narrate for you for quite a while, but this is an open relationship in terms of our narration.
Yes, narrator. What I'm saying is that you definitely narrate for Detective Potter, I definitely narrate for Detective Riley, and the 2 of us could go narrate for Gladiola Simpson for a while if we chose to. We want to see what happens with this Marble Dry mystery, honestly. Detective Riley, are you freaking out right now?
I mean, I've definitely heard voices plenty of times in my life. I've done a lot of peyote in the desert with my mother, so I'm a little used to this, but now that you're hearing it and we're completely sober, I'm a little freaked.
Detective Potter slaps a hookah out of Detective Riley's hands.
Come on, it's just Middle Eastern tobacco.
Wait a minute. Are you controlling us, or are you just narrating the things that we do?
Do we have free will?
Narrator, it's the eternal question. We cannot interfere has been our rule, has been our credo, has been our oath that we took as narrators. But now this narrator of time has shattered those rules.
And what is the narrator of time's real purpose here anyway?
Does anyone want to ask me?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I would like to ask you, narrator of time. I think I did ask you, but you kind of dodged the question last time.
Well, these 2 jamokes have no character. They're boring. They're terrible. Like they said, they don't interfere. They don't mix it up. Hey, did you two idiots know that they could have told you when you were in Gordon Freeman's house that there was a shit ton of marbled rye on the first floor of Gordon Freeman's house?
Narrator, is that
What?
true? Well,
Well,
I grab my collar and sweat nervously.
I shift my pants and tighten my belt.
Narrator, why wouldn't you have given us that crucial piece of information?
Well, we don't interfere with human affairs. We just talk about what's happening.
Also, Detective Potter, every answer to this marbled rye mystery has been inside the two of you this entire time.
Inside us the whole time.
Detective Riley, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
We've already eaten the bread,
Yes!
and we need to puke it back up? Right?
Yes! That's exactly what I was thinking.
Well done, Detective Riley.
So the Bureau boys both stick their fingers down their throats and vomit at the same time. But not vomit comes out, but a brilliant blue light. The Bureau boys vanish once again. Where is Gordon Freeman?
Who is Gordon Freeman truly?
How will the Bureau boys solve the mystery of the marbled rye?
Where did the Bureau boys go this time in time? Detective Potter, what's happening?
Tune in next time to find the answers to these and many more questions. If you enjoyed this episode, help the Bureau Boys solve this case by submitting your clue at thebureauboys.com. They may use it on a future episode.
While you're there, why not join their informant network and tell all your friends and family to join too? But don't tell the criminals, because the Bureau Boys are coming for them.